Hey, Screaming Geek Media here. I'm Jerry the Geek. Today I'm bringing you the 4K review of Flash Gordon. But before we get into it, please, if you like physical media content, movies in general, home theater, and whatnot, please check out my other videos and like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on. So we're going to talk about Flash Gordon, the 1980s film classic. Sam J. Jones, Melody Anderson, Max von Sydow, DePaul, Timothy Dalton, directed by Mike Hodges. If this was made today, it would be laughed out of the auditorium. It is so cheesy, but you have to love it. Yeah, if it was a normal movie, it would be, what the hell am I watching? I probably wouldn't watch the whole thing, but there's something about this. It's a magical movie. It always has been. And just try not to overthink anything when you're watching it. Just shut your brain off and just enjoy the fun of it. Cheesy effects and whatnot. Like I said, just a fun camping movie. Has to be enjoyed. Now this 4K release comes from Arrow. It was a Universal title originally, but Arrow got the rights to it and put this out in 2020. Unfortunately, as I know, Arrow's they've got a lot out there, and there's a lot I want to get, but this is actually the only Arrow I own at the moment. Like I said, there's a ton I'd like to get, but I can't afford everything. This was originally shot on 35mm, and this remaster was done with a 4K digital intermediate, and is finished with HDR10 Dolby Vision. And I tell you, the colors in this pop like you wouldn't believe. Those reds, everything is just so crisp, depth, a lot of detail in it. And at the same time, skin tones, there was elements of it that just felt natural, didn't feel oversaturated. Just, the colors are solid. The blacks and whites is like you would expect from a 4K transfer. Was phenomenal. I've never owned this on Blu-ray, so there's no Blu-ray disc with this, so I had no comparison shots, so my screenshots are just the 4K only. The last time I've owned this was on DVD, so going from DVD to this was a major leap, because the DVD wasn't really that great. Now for the audio, they give us a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 and the original 2.0 mono. It defaults to a 2.0 track, and it alone sounds really, really good. Everything is clear. You can make out all the dialogue easily. All the sound effects, as cheesy as it was, it's all up on the front stage. And of course, Queen's soundtrack just kicks ass when it kicks in and really rocks. Now, for shits and giggles, there was a couple spots I actually switched it over to the 5.1 track, and yeah, it didn't last very long. It just sounded awful. It was loud, but the dialogue bounced around to the surrounds, and it didn't sound right. So I definitely recommend just sticking with the 2.0. You'll be highly impressed with it. There's no need for the 5.1 track. They didn't mix it very good. Now for the bonus features, I'm not going to read through this list. There's a ton of bonus on here. Now you can see on the back of the case, this is all bonus. And it'd take me forever to read through all that, but it's loaded. which from what I've read, Arrow does a great job with bonus materials on all their releases. Again, this is a great solid release from Arrow. If you haven't seen it and you're a fan of old 80s, campy movies, or anything odd, old sci-fi, comic book related, definitely check this out. It is a lot of fun. You just, like I said, you guys shut your brain off and just enjoy it. And if you don't have the 4K release and you like the movie, definitely pick this up. It is the best it's ever looked. You won't be disappointed. So that wraps it up for the Flash Gordon review. Please check out my other videos and see what you think. If you like them, hey, like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on. And see you next time. Geek out!